Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today I'm in a 2022 Nissan Frontier. Now, there's a ton of videos done on this truck already. You can look around the internet, you'll find videos of it going through the mud, of it being max towed, of it being hauling a bunch of stuff, and it does all those things probably pretty well. I'm not going to do a video on that. Instead, I'm going to cut through all the bull and give you my 5 top good things and 5, well, not so good things about this 2022 Nissan Frontier. And before I get started, I'm a big fan of Nissan Frontier. I thought for years they've done a really good job on offering an inexpensive alternative to the big King of the Hill players like Toyota Tacoma, and I've been a big fan of that. Now, I tell people the Nissan Frontier is one of the hidden gems. Reliability's been pretty good, and overall, it's been a pretty solid truck. This is the new version. Let's go ahead and start with the 5 things I like and don't like. Yeah, let's start with those 5 things before my brain goes kaput. So let's go outside, and I'll show you number 1. Okay, number 1 is going to be the obvious, new style. This thing looks really sharp. I'm going to try to get out of the camera frame here, my reflection there, and so my shadow, I should say. I think they did a great job with this. A lot of people talk about Toyota Tacoma, like just like the Tacoma styling. It looks different. It's a lot different looking truck. I like the way they've done the grille. I like the way they've done the surrounds. The lights look really good. I'll show you those at night. Really cool look there. Nice tires. The Pro 4X here. Even got the cool accessory hookup there. Coming to the back in this, you even have a step down. You have a dampened tailgate. Plus it locks. Plus you can raise it up a little bit to create a different area for loading. Really nice. I like that. And we have the power in the bed. Utility-track system. So yeah, I just think they've done a pretty good job on this. I think the overall styling is great. One of the best things is about this profile, it's actually not so narrow like the Tacoma is. You can get in and out pretty easily. Well, sort of easily. I still prefer a full-size truck. I still can't make mid-size trucks that well. Okay, the second thing on my list of my favorite things is overall performance. Even though this is not a turbocharged engine, just a 3.8 liter, it's good. 9-speed transmission, it works really well. I'm really impressed with the powertrain they put in this. There is a caveat to that. We'll talk about that in my bad things, but I think overall it's simple. It's no turbos, it's no batteries, no weirdness, just a straight V6 added to that 9-speed transmission, and it just works. It just works well, and I really appreciate that. Number 3 thing on my list is going to be something that doesn't get talked about very often. I don't know why. Seat comfort. Nissan seats are the best seats in the industry. It's like this weird secret. I don't know what the secret design they have or how they do it, but Nissan builds the best seats I've ever experienced. And I drive a lot of vehicles every year, and I talk about this a lot with Chevy products and GM products about why seat comfort is such a weird thing. Why not make it as comfortable as you can? Where do you spend all your time in your truck? In the seat. I'm just always surprised by that. Number 4, I want to go inside the computer and I'll show you this number 4. It has to do with pricing. I really appreciate what Nissan's doing here. One of the things I like that Nissan's done here is on pricing. So if you go to Nissan USA, you go to trucks, you can see starting price is pretty low, $27,840. That's kind of what you see throughout the industry. But what I like what they've done is when you go to build and price, and you want to build your own, and I'm going to say I'm going to build a 22 model. I resume my build. You can start with, a lower price point is kind of my point of view on this, is you start with the exterior, you start with interior, start with packages, get rid of those features there, but you can go down, you can take this off, you can take the technology packet, you can take that off, you can keep lowering the price. And unlike other manufacturers, you can just kind of do your thing and take off different packages and not have to get all the packages combined. And so it's kind of nice. You can just start with the low package, add up as you want to. Now you will get close as you add all these features, like this premium package, right? So you get the better speakers, you get the sliding glass moonroof, you get the leather pointed seats. As you do add this stuff, you will get closer to a Tacoma TRD Pro price point, but you can go a little bit cheaper. You can, just keep it simple. Keep it simple, and then you can go into accessories, and you can find those weather protection, those floor mats. There's door sills, there's all-season floor mats. this is what you want to get, and that's what should be part of that truck stock. I made that point elsewhere, but I just like the fact that you don't have to add all the packages all right together. You can start a little bit cheaper, then it's kind of option your way up, which is better than saying these are all standard features and the price has to be this much. And number five is just kind of overall. I just feel like Nissan has done a great job positioning this truck as not a Tacoma straight up competitor. I mean, this doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the Tacoma does, we talked about with the pricing. Doesn't have all the off-road features and such, but it's just a solid competitor truck. And I think they've done a good job of making sure that it is has all the features that people are looking for without some of the extra pizzazz that the competitors have. I do worry about the cabin becoming dated pretty quickly, but you know, for a lot of customers in this segment, it's really just about everyday use and about how much that sun is absolutely blinding me. Okay. Wow. All right, let's get back and let's talk about my 5 bad things so we get through this sun glare. Okay, I'm back at the house. I got the sun in front of me. Let's talk about 5 things that aren't so good in this truck. And before I do that, before we get to number 1, I should say, I want to preface this by saying, back in my early days, my 20s and 30s, I used to manage Taco Bells and McDonald's and Pizza Huts and things and different retail places. And so we'd always talk about making sure the restaurants are clean. You never want to go to a restaurant and have it be dirty, right? It just gives you a bad feel about what food they're serving. And so we would talk about cleaning the countertops, but also really focusing on cleaning the corners. If you clean the corners, and the corners are clean when you walk into a restaurant, then you have a sense the whole restaurant is clean. It's one of those weird things with your brain. And in this case, I'm going to bring that up and kind of that tangent, because really it's about attention to little details. And this is what I mean by that. So this is the carpet floor mat for the Frontier Pro 4X. You can see it here. It is cheap, thin, it is disposable, and I know that if you're doing a Pro 4X package, you probably want rubber floor mats. I'm sure Nissan's got them in the accessory catalog. But it's not just that, you know, you have that like lack of attention to detail. You have this could be colored. This could be something different. It's a cool like tread pattern or something. You could do like a better look at here, a little bit better quality there. You know, I mean, the carpet interior is fine, but that's just terrible. And so I just find that's a little attention to detail things. Like, you know, you could do something here. There's nothing here. They have a nice little design here and here for the charger, and they have the storage there, but they don't do anything here. And so I just find it kind of, one of the things I don't like is, you know, if you're going to spend into this range of money and you really want to be proud of what you're buying, you know, I know you can do aftermarket floor mats. I know you can go buy new stuff. I know it's a chintzy thing to be complaining about, but what it does in my head, it makes me wonder what else they've cheaped out about throughout the truck. Because if they're going to cheap out there, then I wonder what else they've done. Okay, and number 2, let's go to at night, and I'll show you some of the stuff inside the cabin. It's a little bit better than the Armada I had. At least the buttons are lit up a little bit, but you still see they're kind of hard to see. Let's go and check that video out. Let's check this out using my phone, because the phone's got the better image of the nighttime view the GoPro has. So we got the lights coming on, but we'll check out the cabin. Pretty well lit. Hop on in. Okay. Start button here illuminated, that's nice. Turn off the radio. Try turn off the radio. Here's your start screen. And see, these on the steering wheel are illuminated. You can see with the camera, but they're still a little hard to see. So I do like the fact illuminated. I like the fact the center stack is pretty illuminated. But yeah. So one thing I just wish these were just a little bit brighter instead of a little bit more, but I understand that everybody wants that. And there usually is a button here to illuminate. See, I'm turning off the brightness here. And that's full brightness. Wow, that's really bright. But nothing there. So you turn it down. There you go. So one of my pet peeves is I wish these were, you know, easier to see. I understand that as an owner you get used to these, but it's a little bit, I don't know if it's just a tinge of the angle or what the brightness is, but yeah, there's your interior cabin at night with Nissan Frontier. Oh, and those are the headlight signature, by the way. I think it's pretty good. I kind of like it. Okay, number 3, this is something that I noticed I had a Tacoma next to this one day. And it's something you have to notice when you go to shopping around for vehicles. If you do plan on off-roading this, you don't have much room here. There's not much room here for wheel travel before you're gonna hit the sides. So that's gonna hit there. So you really don't have much room. Tacoma's got much more room. So if you're gonna do like a bigger tires, lift on this, whatever, you really don't have much space there. And you're probably gonna bottom out and rub these tires pretty quickly when you're doing an off-road situation. Okay, let's do number 4. I'm gonna try to hype in the sun here. And I want to show you this right here. And this is something I'm probably going to hear in the comments from different size individuals. So some have maybe more legs, they have more of a torso, they're taller, they're shorter, whatever. But I find it interesting that the seat adjustment here. So that's about as far down as it goes, and then it raises. But because of this right here, because of the way it's bolted there to the body, they really can't go down much lower. And I find it interesting because you don't have that much room. The sunroof's right there, and so even with me in my seating position, you know, I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. Even with me, I do have some headroom here, but if I was any shorter, you know, I'd have to go really get up higher, and that's not comfortable. Then if I was any taller and I wanted to had a long torso, this is as low as it goes. This is as low as that goes. That seats down all the way. And so I just wonder, for people of different size, this isn't a bad thing about the truck, just the way the design is. So if you're a different size individual, you may have some troubles in this truck. Okay, number 5, it's got to do the engine bay. It's kind of interesting. This is as tall as it goes. You can see that spring is all the way elevated. So this is all you got. It'd be nice if that was a little bit higher, because I can't imagine trying to work back in this engine with that being low. So I imagine you're going to take that right off. Pop the hood up, because you don't have much more room. But the biggest thing I brought back here for talk about this is it's great to have this engine naturally aspirated. You don't have any turbos, you don't have anything going on. It's a straight V6 engine. But the downside of that is fuel economy. So this gets like 22 miles per gallon highway, like 17 combined. I'll put it down below, 18 combined. And so if you're thinking about like a mid-sized truck, a smaller, you get a fuel economy, really not the case. Really, you're looking at something that's pretty comparable in class. I mean, we're not talking about anything that's not comparable in class. But I just think that as we keep moving towards more hybrids, more plug-in situations, more performance, that fuel economy is going to be one of those things we're going to start really focusing on. And, you know, you can go buy a full-size truck and get the same fuel economy of this mid-size truck. And that really creates some questions for those who are shopping for that. So again, it's not a problem. It's competitive in class. But if you're looking for something that has better fuel economy, this isn't it. Again, the performance is fine. Naturally aspirated engines are great. I love the reliability of them. This is a really reliable truck. But I just found the fuel economy was a little bit like, come on, guys. Maybe give a little more. You know, a lot of times on my screen, I'm showing 17 as I'm driving around. It's not so great. Maybe I need to drive slower. All right, there you go. There's my top 5 good things and 5 bad things in this 2022 Nissan Frontier. Check this video out of your website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.